This memory training game gave me an electric shock because I forgot green came after blue. Today we're going to take an in-depth look at all of these memory training games. I'll test them out and show you how they work so you can decide if you want to invest in any, because we all want a sharp memory. The first one we're going to look at is this memory maze challenge. Follow the flashing sequence, 15 steps to win. I removed it from the packaging and pulled out the plastic tab isolating the battery. There's a switch on the base here to turn it on, and it fires into life. One of the coloured buttons lights up and plays a sound, and you need to repeat the order. Every time you complete one, it adds one to the sequence. And you can hear it starts building a tune. You need to remember 15 in a row to complete it and move on to another one. If you get part of the sequence wrong, you get a warning sound. And one more chance. And if you fail, it starts a fresh one. I really like this gadget. It's pocket-sized and really simple. It reminds me a little of some of the fidget toys I've reviewed. Unfortunately, there are no volume controls, but because it illuminates, it is cool to use in low light. The next one we're going to look at is this flip side from Moose Games. It says there's 4 challenge modes: a speed mode, level mode, memory mode, and multiplayer. I removed it from the packaging, and here it is. It's a cool looking device. The blocks are out on arms and they can move around the square, and you can also rotate them. Each arm has a red, blue, yellow, and a green square. To turn it on, we press the button in the centre, and it springs to life. It gives you vocal instructions.
Speed mode.
As I twist this block, it cycles through the modes.
Memory mode.
4 modes altogether.
Multiplayer mode.
And volume options. Let's try the memory mode first.
Memory mode.
Then slide a block to start the game.
Memory mode. Level 1. Okay, 3, 2, 1, let's go.
It illuminates a coloured sequence which you need to remember, then match it by moving the blocks. If you get it right, it'll flash up green, then start the next round. After a few rounds, you'll move up to level 2.
Level 2.
It really does start testing your memory. The further up the levels you go, the more combinations you've got to remember. It gives you a few opportunities to get it right, but if you keep failing, it'll flash red, and that's game over.
Game over. Speed mode.
The speed mode is more of a reaction game. It's really good fun. You've got to match the blocks as quick as you can.
Game complete.
But what's really fun is the multiplayer mode. You need to match all of yours as quick as you can, then hand it over to a friend.
Pass 2.
They then need to race to match all of theirs,
Pass 3.
and pass it back. But as the time starts to run out, it gets more and more intense. You've got to try and complete yours and hand it over before it blows. And there we go, time out.
You lose.
And it's really cool to use in low light too. I'd say it feels like a robust and well-made unit, and I've really enjoyed using it. I think it's brilliant. Now let's take a look at this one, Brain Bolt. The blazing fast light-up memory game. It says play solo or challenge a friend in head-to-head mode. I removed it from all of the packaging, and here's the device. It actually looks really cool and it feels well made. Let's flick the on switch and see how it works. If we press this button, it starts the single player mode. All 21 lights flash, then one stays illuminated. When we press this, they all quickly illuminate, and an additional one stays lit. We need to remember each time which ones were previously lit and find the new one. The further you go, the more difficult it becomes. And if you get it wrong, it shows you where you should have gone. There is an advanced mode as well, where if you get 17 in a row right, each round one starts to disappear as well. There's also a timer mode where you have to see how many you can get in 30 seconds. It displays your score by illuminating the lights afterwards. And finally, there's the head-to-head multiplayer mode. With this one, you both hold the device and take it in turns to play. If someone gets it wrong, it indicates a point to the other side by illuminating a light. This mode was really cool, it definitely focuses the mind. Next I want to look at something a bit different. It comes in this box and it says it's a patiently observation, focus, memory, balance trainer. So let's take a look. Open it up, and it's this really cool maze in a ball. There's a little ball bearing inside, and we've got to try and guide it around the maze in the sphere. It's very, very sensitive and difficult to make it go where you want. The memory part comes because you can't see the whole maze, you have to try and remember which route you want to take. And you're trying to guide the ball down into this hole. There's one on each side. It's a good fun game, it really is quite difficult, so you will need some patience. And here's another non-digital memory trainer. It's this memory chess game. Take it all out of the box, and we've got this nice wooden baseboard with 24 holes. And we've also got 24 wooden pegs with different coloured bases. To play the game, we position all of the pegs into the board, just place them in the holes randomly, and when the board's full, you can give it a spin to make sure you don't know where any are. They supply us with this coloured dice, so give it a roll, and whatever colour it lands on is the coloured peg we're trying to find. Take it in turns to play, and you've got to try and remember where the coloured pegs are located. Next time you roll the colour, hopefully you'll be able to remember where the corresponding peg was. It's a very simple concept, but it's surprisingly good fun, and it can be enjoyed by younger kids too. Next we're going to take a look at this Reflex Shocking Memory game. It says there's 3 game modes and 5 levels of increasing difficulty. So I opened up the unit, and here it is. It's quite a large item, and it's got these metal hand grips at each end. These are going to be what conduct an electric shock. It feels pretty comfy to hold, and you've got good access to the 4 buttons. This one doesn't come with any batteries, so you need to remove the screw cover on the back and install your own. It takes 3 AAAs. It also comes with this lanyard to put around your wrist. I guess it's to stop you dropping it if you let go when it shocks you. So let's take a look. Press the on button and it fires up.
Press any button to start the game.
Where's the any button? What I really like is you can actually turn off the shock feature, so you can enjoy playing it or learning how to play it without the worry of getting a shock. Pretty cool, huh? Let's start the game in mode 1. For this one, you have to remember the sequence of colours. It's similar to the first memory game we played.
Red, yellow,
It calls them out and you need to repeat the sequence. Mode 2 is very similar, but as well as colours, it also calls out numbers.
yellow, 4, 3,
It's another level of complexity. And mode 3 is the same again, but it also incorporates shapes.
square, 1, triangle, circle.
So we've got colours, numbers and shapes to remember. It's definitely getting complicated.
You're a genius.
If you get it wrong with a shock mode switched off, it just laughs at you. Then you get to start again. You can also adjust the level setting from 1 to 5. The higher the level, the longer the sequence you need to remember.
Yellow, 2, square, circle.
And finally, if you want to, you can switch on the shock mode. The game's playing the same way, but if you get it wrong, it delivers a quick sharp shock.
Green, red, yellow, blue, yellow, red, green, blue, red, blue, red, blue, green. Maybe that jolt knocked something into place.
You can definitely feel the shock, and it's not particularly pleasant. But I really like the ability to be able to turn it on and off, so people can still play it without having the shocking consequence. If you've enjoyed this video, you might like to check out some of these fidget toys. Have fun, stay safe, and as always, thanks for watching.